Okay, Abdul, so first of all, I want to ask about this situation yesterday, today in the cage after fight. What do you say about this? Because there's a lot of disrespectful things in the cage and outside of this.
Honestly, I don't really think there's too much to say about it anyways. I only talk in the cage with my performance. You know, I can just tell you I knew exactly what it was. It was a desperate take to try to get under my skin. You know, my opponent has been in my DMs for the last month. Him and his, crew of guys. And we've actually been talking back and forth. He tried to get under my skin. And then I just, always reply something. We were just talking, even stuff like, I started like even getting in his head, just messaging him out of nowhere, being like, hey, good morning, how are you? And he's just like, yeah, good, what about you? I was like, nothing much, just been thinking about you. Just stuff like that. And then the conversation would end for like a week. And then, he'd just start replying to my stories, always trying to like, say something funny or goofy, and then I just knew the type of person that, he's trying to hype himself up. And I was telling him, I was like, man, I'm gonna like you're in and out. There's no Shem show over here. Like the show is over before it starts. Like you're 0-1, bro. Like you lose, you like most likely you're out. UFC's just cutting people right and left. So like focus on your thing, man. And then he's just taking it to another level, with all this media and stuff. And then coming here in person this week, because I'll be honest with you, I didn't look at his social media. I wasn't searching him up. I just watched his last 2 fights. That's literally all I did leading up to this fight. That's all I know about him. But from like people, they'd be like, oh, he said this, he said that. I was like, I really don't care. But when I saw this week how much he's really embedded into social media and how much he's just trying to milk this opportunity, I just knew that, this fight is mine. And all I have to do is focus on those 15 minutes when the cage closes. And no matter what happens, I have to stay composed. And that's about it. He came to me in the end and he was like, it's all business, this and that, And I told him yesterday, I was like, just remember what you did right now. Like it's not all business. Like what you just did is very disrespectful to the sport. You don't extend your hand to handshake and then you push someone, especially whenever I'm just regularly waiting for the face-off. You're the one that extended your hand. And then because of that, I said, you know what, fine, I'll shake your hand, even though I don't usually shake a hand before the fight. But then I extended, then he pushed. So, that just shows more of his character. And that's it, no emotions. We just came here to get the job done. My focus wasn't him. My focus for the last 3 years since I got on the UFC was to get my win, and I got it. And now everything that happened tonight and before tonight is in the past, and I'm just gonna be ready and focused on the future. Like that's about it. Like this interview I'm gonna do right now, if we're mentioning my opponent, this is the last time I'm ever mentioning his name, and I'm just so ready to move on to what's next.
So his trash talk and even crowd reaction motivates you?
There was no crowd for me tonight. There was nobody, there was nothing. There was just the cage. And that's about it. Even on my way out, people were trying to boo me, and then I was just blowing them kisses. And they changed. They're like, oh, come on, man. Like, okay, we're gonna cheer for you now. Like, I get it. People like, it's just a show and they're having fun. And for me, I'm just doing my job. So, they could do this or that. If everyone cheered for me, it wouldn't change anything. Like those punches wouldn't have landed or whatever. It's noise is noise, whether it's with you or against you. And it's the same thing. Like, if this was my hometown, you're gonna come tell me, does this add pressure on you? No, it doesn't. Does being in enemy territory apply pressure on me? No, it doesn't. Like the cage is the cage, and that's it for me.
So last one for me, did he surprise anything? Because there's a lot of high kicks. He trying to keep distance, but did he surprise you anything?
Honestly, he did a little bit surprise me with some like inactivity. I like whenever like the fight starts, it's like go, 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 go. And today is like probably the most patient I've ever been in my entire life in a fight. And I'm just like, come on, like hit so I could hit. Like because I'm waiting for certain things that I know he's gonna do. I know he has, you know, these like 3-4 tricks, and I'm just waiting for him to do it. And especially his rear high kick, he like wouldn't throw it as much as I wanted him to. And that's why, you know, you'd see like whenever he would hit, like that's whenever I go at him and clip him. But then we'd move around and I'd set it up. I'm so thankful I had my coach with me today. He was on me the entire fight. I'm sure everyone around the world heard him say go left the entire fight. So my opponent is a southpaw, and my coaches told me go left to just keep getting that angle. And just another shout out to my coach, who actually just came from the airport straight to the fight. So I haven't seen my coach all week. I seen him today at the locker rooms. We came from the hotel and he came from the airport to corner me for this fight. And I honestly couldn't have done this without him. I've been with him since 2014, and he's guided me through this path. So I'm really thankful he was here today and he was able to guide me to get this win.
Over here. Can you tell me what happened right after the fight?
So after the fight, he was like, you know, so between every round, he'd tell me like, you want to shake hands? And I looked at him and I was like, no, because that's it. Like, I don't respect you. And then at the end of the fight, he's like, all right, yeah, let's shake hands. And I was like, no, like, this wasn't just business. Like, you know, you talk smack, but you don't, you know, disrespect someone like that. And then he was like, shake hand. And I'm not being aggressive or anything. I just said like, no, I don't want to shake your hand. Like, you don't deserve that. You know, I just truly don't respect you. I don't hate you. I just don't respect you. And then he was like, and then he tried to throw a punch at me. And then the security is always just grabbing me. Like, they're never grabbing my opponent. They're just letting him throw the first thing, and then they just pull me. But that was it. And then he comes to me after the fight, and then he's like telling me like, listen, man, like for real. Like, this is just this, like, please shake my hand, and, you know, I'm with you. Like, this is just a promo. Then I was like, all right, man, cool, I got you. And then we shook hands right before the decision. And that's it. Like I said, like, if I see this guy right now in the street, like at a restaurant, like, there's nothing between us. Like, we probably would sit at the same table. Like, I don't care, really.
Okay. So what's next for you? How many fights do you want to get in the remainder of this year?
I would love to get another like 3 fights this year. Like if I could map it out in a perfect world, I would tell you like June, September, December, like every 3 months. I would love to fight in like, you know, a June, early July, or like a August, early September, and then like a late November, December. I would love that.
Okay, brilliant. Do you have any opponents in mind that you want to face next?
Definitely, of course. I would love to fight that last fight that I was booked, the Matias Camilo fight. It was booked, and I just like that fight. I wouldn't mind having also another skinny, lanky grappler opponent like Chase Hooper, who's fighting next week. If he wins that fight, I would love to fight Chase Hooper. You know, just really anything the UFC has in mind for me. I'm here. I'm happy to be part of the program and just build myself all that. I'm planning to fight for a long time, so I just want to build myself up.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Hey.
Hi, can you hear me? Hi, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but it's not on speaker.
Hello.
Hi, thank you. Simone Tata for Fight for Yours. You talked about what happened during the build-up, during the approaching the fight with the trash talking, and what happened after the fight and during the fight as well. Does that kind of sometimes consume you maybe when you're getting to the fight and you have to deal with that, or is it just maybe funny to you and you just take it as, yeah, I'm going to the fight, I'm focusing on the fight, and I'm not even thinking about that, it's just some fun and games?
Let me tell you something, man. I had so much fun here this week. I'm here with my friends, Yusuf, Motasim, Faraz. This is our first time in London. We've been walking to the parks and training really hard at night. We have some friends over here. We've been training at 313 Gym. Man, we've just been living it this week. You know, it's been such a great and fun week. And to let someone that I know is so desperate to try to get under my skin, like do that, it'd be a big waste of such a fun experience. After that event, my friends were way more stressed than I was. My friends are like, I swear, I was gonna go jump, and I was gonna do this, and I was gonna do that. And I was like, why? I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Like this honestly, look, and I told them this. I was like, what he just did is basically dig his own grave. Not by me, by everyone, the media. Like anyone that saw what he did looks at him, goes like, that's such a trash move. Like, you know? And it didn't affect me at all. Like what he did was actually bad on him and good for me. I've gained fans, people that don't even know me maybe, just by seeing like how I reacted to what he did. You know, and I just saw that, like I just saw all of that right then and there. Like my first reaction was him pushing me, was like me smiling and just telling him like, man, you're gonna get exposed tomorrow. His nose was bleeding from the first round. You know, it's gonna be one of those highlight videos that starts with him pushing me in the beginning of the video and just ends with just me cracking him throughout the whole video, all those combos. So, I actually thank him for all the media build-up and hype that he did for us this month, while I was able to just focus on my training and do what I have to do. Thank you.
Here, Abdul. Jordi Este for YesTMA. First of all, congratulations on your performance. Such a good fight, entertaining fight, scrappy, fun to watch. Honestly, it was amazing. I wanted to ask you about the situation in the division, because stacked division, high-level division, and I wanted to ask you about what do you think do you bring new to the division that they have ever seen since now?
I think I bring explosiveness and heart and like a dynamic fighting style. Today, you could see a very explosive and dynamic striking style, and the next you could see suplexes and takedowns and very aggressive ground and pound. And each fight is gonna be better and more well-tuned and tailored specifically to the matchup that will be there. So what you will see is an all-round fighter that could fight in both stances, that could fight on the ground, on the feet, and climbing the ranks to become a champion, inshallah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be keeping an eye on the White House card with the lightweight championship fight. So who do you think wins out of that fight between?
Exactly, I didn't know.
Gaethje. Sorry, my bad. Gaethje and Ilia Topuria.
Who do I think would win that fight?
Who wins out of that fight?
I think, you know, Ilya's more dynamic and tighter boxing. He's got wrestling, you know, more of a fresher fighter than Gaethje, you know. But really, like, I'm not really focused on that too much right now. You know, like I know I have at least another like a good run of 2 years, maybe a year and a half, 2 years to get there. So, I mean, obviously I'll be seeing it, but I'm not really thinking about it. Yeah.